like 6:30. So I got a text from him this morning that he's still at the hospital and not doing so well. So I think he'll be there for a while, so I'm gonna get ready and go spend some time with him, keep him company. It sounds like he is in a hallway, because I guess there's no rooms, so, yeah. So I've just been lying in bed, listening to music, and thinking, surprise, surprise, reflecting, and I've come to realize that I have a real problem with jealousy, and that's basically what this video is going to be about. Anyone who knows me at all would find it funny that I'm just admitting this to myself. It's like, have you ever had I've had a couple of friends who, you know, have come out, told people that they're gay, and it's like you watch them, like it's so obvious to everyone else, and you watch them struggle and try and have relationships with, you know, the opposite sex, and they worry about what their friends are going to think, and they deny it to themselves for years, and then finally they come out with this huge burden, this huge secret, and they're so scared, and everyone's just like, what, you're just figuring this out now? We all knew, you know. That's kind of how this is. Because it's funny, if anyone ever asks me if I'm a jealous person, I've always said no. But, you know, I guess certain things have happened that have triggered episodes of jealousy. But no, I'm a jealous person. There's really no way around it. So, if any of you guys have any suggestions on how to deal with jealousy, I would be more than glad to hear them. I mean, I've got some theories of my own, which I'm sure I'll be examining and exploring, but I'm really at a point where I feel powerless over it, over what my mind does when my jealousy is triggered. It's scary, and it's only after the fact that I can look back and see exactly how insane I can get. I mean, even if I don't do anything that's like obviously, you know, even if I don't affect other people very drastically, which I guess sometimes I probably do, but even if I didn't, I know what goes on in my mind is absolutely freaking nuts. Paranoid. I just expect people to screw me over, you know. And I don't know if it's because I don't have enough faith in people or not, or that I don't have enough faith in myself, but either way, it's, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, really. And, I don't know. It's crazy. A wise man once said, a wise and slightly intoxicated man once said that we are all born equal, and then we make decisions and choices. And it's by those decisions and choices that we should be judged. decisions and choices that we create the consequences and the circumstances of our life. And so what I'm getting at is that there are people out there or there have been people who tell me that my jealousy and my jealous reactions are natural and justifiable. But I don't believe that. I think that our natural state, the state that we should be, or that I am aiming to rediscover, is that pure state that we start out in, when we're born, and just, I mean, I know it's idealistic, I know you can never reclaim your innocence completely, but life is not supposed to be so hard, your internal life, your internal thinking life is not supposed to be so hard. Oh my God. There had to have been a time when I just accepted myself, There had to have been a time. And then I made a series of decisions and choices and formed beliefs about myself that told me that I am not equal. I am not acceptable. So, I guess I really have an aversion to this whole, look at your past and see where things came from. But maybe that's what I have to do, try and find out where these beliefs were formed and see if maybe now, looking back as an adult, I can maybe try and see them in a different way or something. I don't know, but something's got to happen here because this is crazy. This is nuts. I've been giving a lot of thought to how I was at the end of my relationship, right before Christmas. I had basically formed a life for myself in which I was invisible for the most part and really had I had taken myself out of the flow of life almost completely. This is probably going to be 2 videos, just FYI. But yeah, I basically tried to make myself disappear and been pretty successful at that. And I had created this world where there was very little chance of unexpected things happening, and I did that because I thought I needed safety and security. And since I have sort of woken up and rejoined the human race, it's been a bit overwhelming. It feels like it's one thing after another that's unexpected and challenging, and I'm not complaining, and I don't want to go back to the way things were, but I have to maybe be a little bit forgiving of myself and realize that I've been doing the best I can, some of the mistakes that I've made over the last couple months are really hard for me to look at, and I know I need to look at them if I'm gonna avoid making them again, but I think it's even too soon for that at this point. Hopefully, I just realized there's a bunch of kids playing outside my window. Hopefully it's not too loud, but anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna make another video here